Hello, everybody. Today we are talking about masturbation. It is Masturbation May, and today we're going to talk about is it a rite of passage or is it a dirty little secret? I'm Tiffany Yelverton. I'm the Chief Sexinista and Orgasm Guru for Entice Me and Sexy Survivors. I empower women to love their bodies and to experience the orgasms of their dreams so that we can close the pleasure gap, we can close the gender wage gap, all those good things. So if you struggle with feeling that it's okay to masturbate or self-pleasure, make sure that you share this to your own page so that you can watch it later or send it in a message to yourself. Tag a friend who might be feeling the same way, because this is a really important topic, and I'm going to tell you why in just a minute. But if you're just tuning in, please let me know where you're from. Say hello. If you have questions or comments, make sure you put them below so that I can come back and answer them. If it's on the replay, whether you're watching live or on the replay. So I want to invite you to have a private conversation with me if this is something that you struggle with. I have opened up about 5 slots in my calendar. I'm launching the Orgasm Experience, my wonderful course that is award-winning. Everyone loves it, and you can book a call with me for that. I'm going to put the link down below, and it will also be in the title above, but it will be down below. So thank you everyone for tuning in and saying hi. Today we're talking about masturbation for Masturbation May. Is it a rite of passage or is it a dirty little secret? The difference between how young boys or teens, young men and young women are taught about masturbation is very different. For men and boys, it's a rite of passage. Dads take their boys, teach them what to do. Boys figure it out on their own, from it being an external body part. And for girls, a lot of times what young teens and young women are taught that it's taboo and that they shouldn't do that. Good girls don't do that. And that is really where we start to have sexual shame around our bodies and around pleasure. Men, boys, it's well regarded. Girls, you're not supposed to do that. So that is what we are talking about today. And before I get into a story I want to tell you, I want to make sure that if you're someone who wants more pleasure in your life, you can't quite get there on your own, you are always wondering if you've had an orgasm or if you haven't, I want to just let you know that you can definitely get there. If you want those orgasms from penetrations and from, those orgasms that you see in the movies, I want you to book a call with me. There's going to be a link up in the title and then also down below. You can just click on that and book a call with me. What's going to happen when you click that link is it's going to take you to my booking page. You're going to be able to say apply now. Then that's going to take you to my calendar where you can pick the best time for you. And then we're going to have a conversation to see how I can support you, how I can help you have more pleasure, more orgasms in your life. Because most women don't even know how great their lives can get. And I'm going to show you that I'm opening up the enrollment for the Orgasm Experience, which is the best course on how to have vaginal orgasms every single time with very little foreplay. I know, because I used to never have orgasms and now I have multiples pretty much every single time. You can train your body, train your mind, and get there very easily. So today we're talking about the rite of passage and masturbation. It is Masturbation May. And whether it's the rite of passage or if it is a dirty little secret. So I talk to men and women all the time about this, and a lot of times when I'm talking to the different genders, the response is very different. When I talk to men, I say, oh, you're in a relationship, how often do you self-pleasure? Most men will tell me 2 to 3 times a day whether they're in a relationship or not. It's very different for women, especially if they're in a relationship. They say, no, I don't do that. I have a partner to do that for me. It's completely different. Self-pleasure is something for you. It teaches you how to know your body, to know yourself, know how you get turned on, how you like to be touched, so that you can also communicate that to a partner. I'm going to tell you about a story that I heard. I was at a party a couple weeks ago. Beautiful young lady. We're talking about this. I had my vibrating necklace on, la-di-da, and I said, we were talking about, she's like, oh, I want to learn how to pleasure my partner better. I would really like to learn that. And I said, well, how often do you self-pleasure? And she said, oh, I don't do that. I want a man to do that for me. That puts a lot of pressure on a partner. Like, when we have our own orgasms, and I tried to explain this to her as we were having a good time at this party, that self-pleasure is completely different. Self-pleasure is for you. It's the ultimate self-care. And it takes away the need to rely on someone else. And she wasn't dating, so she wasn't getting any action, and it's good for your health. We've been talking about that all month, is all the health benefits of orgasms. So when you have an orgasm that you create yourself instead of a partner creating it and helping you with that, it creates self-love, because all those neurochemicals and oxytocin and hormones that are released at climax, instead of them creating a bond with your partner, they actually create self-love. They help overcome body image issues. They give you confidence. And let me tell you, ladies, men know that. They are more confident and ask for the money that they deserve in salary negotiations and in job interviews, because they masturbate more. The gender wage gap and the masturbation gap is about the same. Let me just tell you that. So today we're talking about why we should have more masturbation and why it should not be a dirty little secret for women. It should be shout it from the rooftops, do it more, and own your power. So if you are a woman who wants more pleasure, you are maybe bored in bed, you wonder if you've ever had an orgasm, you really want those penetrative orgasms during sex, those orgasms like you see in the movies, make sure that you book one of those calls with me. You're just going to click the link in the title above or in the comments below and book that call with me. They're only going to be available for about a week, so make sure you get in on that call so that we can talk about how to get you more pleasure in your life and to break through those shame and taboo, those mental blocks that may be holding you back from having all the pleasure you desire. I know for me, when I learned about my body and started to self-pleasure, it really changed how I felt about myself, how I loved myself, gave me the ability to do more in my life, and all the health benefits come along with it. So, men get to know their bodies a lot easier. It's a lot easier for them to orgasm. They are not, yes, there is still shame and taboo around masturbation for some men, but a lot of men have no shame around it, and then it's easier for them to have great sex and pleasure and climaxes because that shame barrier isn't there, where women a lot of times we're told, good girls don't do that, don't touch yourself, it's bad, we've all heard that you're gonna grow hair on your palms, it's gonna be shamed. Let me tell you, it is good for you, it's healthy, and it's going to really change your life. Masturbation May, we encourage everyone to have self-pleasure every day, and like Mae West said, an orgasm a day keeps the doctor away. So if you're like the woman that I talked about at the beginning in this live video, that you are expecting your partner to give you the orgasms and not yourself, you're missing out on a big chunk of pleasure in your life. So make sure that you book one of those calls with me. The link's going to be up in the title and then also down below. Book one of those 5 calls. We're going to be available for about another week, and we're going to get you more pleasure in your life. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Make sure you share this with a friend who maybe doesn't self-pleasure as much as she needs to. It will change your life if you do it every day. Bye-bye.